have all the terms right. I'm not trying to get this video perfect. I'm just trying to speak from the heart. Praise the Lord for almost heaven, for West Virginia, for being the best of West Virginia. And man, I hate doing retakes. You know this spot right here, I've got to get some paint and fix it. And I'm doing a retake right now, editing this video and deciding how to do it, to try to get this up and get the most efficient viewing experience and to really encapsulate everything I'm trying to say in this video is important. Let's just go ahead and take a look back right before I went to California and had to flee Denver because I couldn't make any good happen here. It's about when I started finding out what Gayle Manchin, our former First Lady of West Virginia, someone that I met in 2014 and is, you know, married to United States Senator Joe Manchin. My father has involvement with him, and really this video is what I've been holding on to, and it's one of the ones that I will say will probably be one of my favorites. Take a look at what I'll say, what I said here in this day at the soccer field, where also I did a video called All of All Seasons, All of All Time. Also linked in the description. Let's just get right to it, and then I'll comment later on. And I want to speak in a heartfelt way to Gayle Manchin. Try to make this video brief. I have a few things I want to conclude in it, but I want to start with the fact I'm behind a soccer goal in front of it. If you see me next to the soccer goal, it probably means it's the best video. Gayle, you really need to watch I Love All Seasons, I Love All Time. I want to talk kind of directly to Gayle Manchin, and I want to, it's a public video, I want to describe some feelings and my personal experience with Gayle Manchin. Gayle, I met you when I was with WVU, project director for McDowell Choices. You came down with Dr. Michael Marciano in October 23rd, 2014 is when it was, from Charleston, and you were there for the Let's Move McDowell project with Dr. Eloise Elliott, College Physical Activity Sports Sciences. It was the physical activity celebration at the Armory. Do you remember this? And I want to say a couple things. One, Gayle, what you are known for seems to be an EpiPen thing, right? Some years ago, the Manchins, Joe Manchin was the governor of West Virginia, and then he became successor to Robert C. Byrd, the longest serving U.S. senator in United States history. Joe Manchin and Heather Manchin, his daughter, and Gayle Manchin, who is also involved with West Virginia government official capacity with West Virginia Department of Education, things like that. The Manchins acquired a drug company called Mylan, and speaking to the people in Kentucky and Kuala Lumpur and Kenya and wherever who may not know, I try to educate you briefly, insert the information you need to know. They had acquired a drug company called Mylan, and it had a life-saving EpiPen drug, and the Manchins, my best recollection seems to be that Joe Manchin and Heather Manchin took most of the blame, but they were all kind of involved in the scandal where the cost of an EpiPen that was needed to save kids' lives was drastically increased in price 6 times. So the former First Lady of West Virginia, Mrs. Gayle Manchin, really took a meeting in the public eye, and all the Manchins, I think, did. I think that is information you should know what I'm talking about if you are familiar with this EpiPen scandal. But also, more importantly, you've turned a new leaf, and I think that more people need to have awareness on what you've done, like since 2018 and 2019. You have become a patriot, and you have done something. You have branched out from a usual role of being part of the West Virginia machine. So many committees and programs and names, and just you did something heartfelt, and it mattered, and it was important, and I see a change in you, and that's why I think you can help. But when I met you in 2014, that was 10 years ago.
a lot of the EpiPen stuff was going on. And I met you, and it was a twofold format where you were the public persona, the person speaking to the audience. You know, you rode in the vehicle with the state superintendent, and it wasn't there very long, right? And it was a lot of, my dad described it as a lot of fluff, and just, there's also like the Gayle Manchin Twitter feed. Gayle and I are two people that are very different. We're on a lot of opposite ends of the spectrum. I know and identified a long time ago. Gayle, I did another video called My Favorite Ladies of the 80s. It's a lot about Nancy Reagan. I hope you watch that one too. Gayle's not the first lady of the United States, but she is a former first lady of West Virginia. I don't like her husband. I probably never will. But she will never tell us if she really likes him either. But that's alright. What I want to say though is, when I met you personally, Gayle, we were in the back of that lunch, back in that little room near the bathrooms, I think, the auditorium. It was just me and you and some kids. And my reception and overall meeting with you was not very well, because we didn't talk at all, really. I don't think we said a thing to each other. You didn't talk to kids. I mean, it was like we weren't really wanted by the other boomers, right? And why is that? You know, I did a whole bunch of studying on Hillary Clinton, just like looking at her pictures. Like, she does not look happy around the royals. She does look happy around Princess Margaret. That's the only one. And so I just want to say, Gayle, I've been homeless for 603 days for the second time. All my family's from McDowell County. I'm in Denver, Colorado. But our reception to you was not very good. Your reception to me was like, I was the guy that organized the whole event. When you danced to the Bradshaw 60s music, like the mashed potato and stuff like that, I was the one that put all that together. I put the whole damn event together. I was the guy in the background most of the day. But I had everything to do with every minute of that event. But you know what? Gayle's a lot of the same way with a lot of the things that have happened in West Virginia. And she doesn't get the credit for it, or never did before. But this thing you did with our friend, and I don't have all the terms right. I'm not trying to get this video perfect. I'm just trying to speak from the heart. I want to play a clip from Gayle. I'm just going to screenshot it, record it, throw it in here. I don't care. It's from CBN. I'm homeless. They can deal with it. But this is going to educate an audience that watches me, or doesn't know what Gayle's been doing and why it's changed my mind. And then I want to tell you, and after we see this clip, I want to tell you a possible solution where I see a magic boomer in Gayle Manchin. Here it is. Here's the clip.
The future is worth more than the past, and I'm not homeless anymore, and CBN doesn't have to deal with it. Whether they ever find out or not, they might. I will link in the description the correct way to do that. You might want to pause the video and take a look at what Gayle Manchin had to say about caring about religious freedom in Iran. Something that wasn't going to make West Virginia better, but made her shine in my eyes.
All right, you saw the clip. Does that seem like a woman that's changed after cost of an EpiPen increased by more than 6 times? Her husband still got a Maserati, still got a yacht. I still don't like him. He still has my uncle's portrait, my brother Michael. If you know that painting, Gayle, that's my Uncle Mike. Michael Costa, a real person with a real family and a remarkable story. I believe, Gayle Manchin, you are somebody that, you're not first lady of the United States, but you probably know them. You've probably been in the bathroom with them. You've probably been with them in the vehicle. When State Superintendent Michael Manchin, it was probably somebody like Hillary Clinton. And I just want to say that what you did was incredible. And I could hear from you. And one of the ways that we're different, Gayle, you know this, is I am a citizen of the world, really. I have every right of most Americans, except I do not have a home. I also am fighting for all that's right for all of my family. Which sounds like a good time to say, Gayle, I've seen you with them grandbabies. And this is a very important part of the video. You believe in them grandbabies. You don't have to, but you do. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Every granny needs to believe in their kids. Not all of them do, and I know that you do. I don't know a whole lot about your kids. I mean, we know about Heather, but we don't really know about the other two. But you believe in their babies. And that is amazing. It makes me believe in you, because I know that. Also, want to say, here's a solution, Gayle. First of all, I want to meet you again. I want to meet you in Wilkesboro, for sure, because my brother Michael belongs in Wilkesboro. For many reasons. Talk about that more later. Wilkesboro, North Carolina, home of Robert C. Byrd, birthplace. Where I was homeless in 2022 for the second time for the first week.
My mother made me homeless in 2004. And so it's important for me to be very accurate with dates and the times and frequencies that things happened. And she may still be listed on my birth certificate, but I believe there's a like, comment, subscribe out there for anybody who believes that when your mother makes you homeless. The details of that would be covered in a video linked in the description. How I grew up in North Carolina, I believe is the title. When your mother makes you homeless, she may be listed on your birth certificate after that, but she pays a highest ever cost. She is no longer the woman that made sweet tea and Christmas pageant costumes and cared about her children succeeding. She pays a highest cost ever, and then she pays it again when she meets God.
But, Gayle, here is the solution. I want to offer, I can't do this myself because Tom Acosta is an atomic bomb. And this is something he could do to really make things better. I'm the leader of his family now. Yeah, just learn more about me. I don't even say what's going on with my dad in this video. But it is very important for the integrity of the state. You need to learn and find out, and you need to say, we're going to make this better. I know you will. Like, watch what you did. Iran and all that. You were a patriot. You stood for what's right. What's right never changes. People do. That was always right, wasn't it, Gayle? Being part of that organization, if it was around, when you became a lifelong educator, and you did start a program early on for community service, which was something like Obama. Very different kind of politician, but also all about for. More on with, I guess. But here is the solution. Gayle, I want to see my painting Aviators. Here's my painting Aviators. It was created in 1992. Standing on that rock. There's a jet trail and a jet in the sky. The church in the background. The message is very, very clear. Gayle also did a video called Great Examples to Live By, Whitney Houston and George H.W. Bush. Looking at them between 91, the Super Bowl, and where they were in 2001, what they went through that day. Watch that video, Gayle. If now I'm making this video without a lot of direct access to Gayle. You know, currently you're like part of the Appalachian Regional Commission. Your Twitter feed is very controlled. We don't get to see you having an emotional human moment. Like when Jill Biden, for example, when she became First Lady, first thing she did, she went to a bakery. She's up on her tiptoes, getting like a cake or something. We need to see them kind of moments. It'd be good. But here's the solution. I'm going to take aviators, which I left. I deserted my father's house. He deserted me with no water in it. He's got multiple homes. I'm homeless. There's another huge problem that I won't mention, but in this video, I want to see my brother Michael taken to Wilkesboro. I want to see aviators replaced. If it's still there, if my brother Michael is still in Joe Manchin, I don't care. I want aviators to be around Joe Manchin and the people he's around. And my story, because it's still number one. Painting's old and it's been fading since 92. Since the day my dad finished up painting it, watercolor's been fading. My brother Michael's in oil. It's going to look like that probably a long time. Well, aviators, it still looks good. It's built to last. It's in like a really good frame. Not everything is, but it is. But I want to see those paintings replaced because they're two different messages. And I want to see what happens after that. Okay? I want this to happen as soon as possible. I want to say this too at the end. I want to talk a little bit about an experience I had with my father. I went back February 2023.
Best way I know how to do this video right now will be to tell you a little bit about the second half here. So we're going to go into a clip of me speaking to the West Virginia State Senate, also I think in 2014. And I'm going to correlate that with the experience of me speaking there at the field back when I was homeless, my 611th day, not 603rd, 611th day. But I'm going to correlate the message I said to the Senate and the West Virginia State Senate, since West Virginia is going to pay a highest ever cost and fight for itself to exist. They can deal with it if it raises attention at the West Virginia State Senate Media Department. Good. Not going to have CBN deal with it, but we can make West Virginia State Senate deal with it for sure. I'm going to show you a clip of me speaking to the West Virginia State Senate, and I'm going to go back and forth and correlate with the message that I was saying. I think it'll make the most sense that way.
He told me we were going up the mountain up to Summers County to that weird cabin. And he was like, you need to be back there where you were with my career, whatever. Okay, so follow me. We're going to just go back in time, back to 2014, and I'm going to show you this experience I'm recollecting. It's actually on video, so let's just go back in time to 2014.
While I'm talking about roads, I want to say thank you so much for the dollars spent to improve our roads. I travel the archaic 52 on a daily basis from my home in Gilbert to all areas in McDowell County, and it's truly a pleasure to have smooth surfaces, and whatever we can do to make those roads safer is something very important to me.
Okay, so notice I was talking about the roads and the improvements in the roads back in 2014. I promise this has something to do with Gayle Manchin. In the description, I've linked the exact spot from where I start to present, and you can watch the whole presentation if you like.
He was just like, we need to see it back there. And I was mad when he said it, and I've been mad ever since. Because, for a couple of reasons. One, I never felt like that part of me ever went away at all. It only got stronger. We're just going to say that one more or whatever. But I'm 16 times more likely to die. Homelessness for 603 days. Due to him. But I also just want to say that part of me, it never really did leave. And it makes me angry. The way I think. The way I'm thinking there, the way I'm thinking now. The way I'm thinking now is so much better. And it was a disappointment that he thought he went down. I didn't go down. He did. You know what I mean? So that's important. I don't want to make this video our best one. I'm at a soccer field. When I was saying that, speaking there, I was at the Southern Coalfields Organizing and Revitalizing Economy Task Force or something like that. 2014 for the West Virginia State Senate. Those were the people that were clapping for me, West Virginia senators. And I watched the whole thing for the first time in a long time, and I agree with everything I said then, but more, stronger now. And I want to tell you this, I care probably even more than I did then about those roads, even though I'm not on them. And I know someone else who does. Gayle Manchin. She likely ain't gonna be on Route 80 around Yeager at all. Probably hasn't been, probably won't be. But she cares about those roads being safe. The Asplin comes and does the work to get the trees out of the road. They're salting roads. They're as safe as they can be, as they are. You know, not talking about new roads, just the roads right now. She cares about people's safety. I know she does. You can't tell me she doesn't. She does. I want to speak real heartfelt, and I want to say it's been a long time since I've been on the McDowell County roads or any Southern West Virginia roads. It's going to be a long time probably before I am again. But I care about that probably even more today than I did 10 years ago when I said it to the West Virginia Senate. What's that acronym? It's the SCORE Task Force. Southern Coalfields Organizing, Revitalize the Economy. There's so many acronyms. There's so much stuff. I want to say quickly as I can in a nice way. I'm still angry like I was yesterday. I included that link yesterday in yesterday's post. The one that has me going to work, carrying everything on. I want this video to be a good one. Really, a best one.
So it's a little chopped up, and it's kind of how he edited, but I'm trying to make it to where it makes the most sense. And what am I discussing here? I am homeless over 1 year, 611 days, and I'm recanting an experience with my father the year before when that turned out to be a disaster. But we're talking about this experience in 2014 and trying to demonstrate and illustrate the continuity. It might be me and the former First Lady of West Virginia caring about road safety, but that is important, and it is so relevant right now because Jim Justice, the governor worshiping his dog's butthole, has recently tapped into emergency funds to upgrade a basketball court. And it's causing controversy in West Virginia. I think a good sign that Jim Justice was never going to be a good leader for the state, and he's now going to be the U.S. Senator. But back on, thinking about road safety and, my experience and being on a country road at Marshall Beach in San Francisco and knowing right then in that moment, as I've demonstrated some other videos, and we'll probably keep doing, trying to keep this one a little shorter, but, demonstrating caring about a country road is precious, important, should be secured, should be something that is not lost if the West Virginia State song might be lost due to what Tom Acosta is doing in my experience of having to fight homelessness across this nation. But Gayle Manchin.
And she's like that everywhere for all the roads in America, but specifically in West Virginia. She cares. She doesn't care about Marion County roads any less than she cares about country roads in McDowell County or anywhere else in West Virginia. I know that's true. Anyone else I know is true. Gayle Manchin is a political woman and might not be able to say what I know she feels. She wants that project done. And right now.
In 2019, Tom Acosta never fulfilled his contract for painting a mural supposed to honor U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War. There is one living right upstairs above me. And he essentially stole more than $20,000 from U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War. More than 500 of those are dying every single day. That's what I'm referring to here in this segment.
And I know that's true. You can't tell me she doesn't. She's a woman that remembers the Vietnam War, and she knows it's the right thing to do, and it needs to get done. She can't say it like I can, because of politics and other things that may get in the way. maybe she can. I don't know, but I can imagine she's not as free with her tongue as I can be. But I care about Gayle Manchin.
It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out a hand for you to hold. Who said that? It's Mariah Angela Carey. She's still number one too. She very much is, and I didn't plan it this way, but if you notice, the shirt I'm wearing in this video, this baseball shirt, it's long sleeve baseball shirt, is the same one I was wearing on May, whatever date that was, in May, my 611th day homeless. And here I am at Denver's Cheeseman Park in Denver, Colorado, and it's, you know, these rock solid structures and this continuity and the creative skills I have, God-given talent. Learning a lot about sewn actually this year is kind of interesting, and you know, the things that last and knowing what's right never changes. Me finding a hero in Gayle Manchin and her caring about religious freedom in Iran, and I really do hope that you pause the video and take a look. It's the first link or two that I have included. I've included a lot of links in this video, and strengthening the channel is something I plan to do a lot this winter. And honestly, I'll tell you that you need to pause the video and watch what Gayle Manchin says on CBN and those links, and hopefully this video can be a springboard and a one to effect change. I do believe in my painting navigators being around Senator Joe Manchin. He is on the way out of power, but it is important for this video to get done. I didn't know I was going to defeat homelessness ever. I never stopped believing I would one day have a home, but you know, just being there back in May and having, it was just days before I was forced to leave Denver. I could not make any more good happen here. And so I had to go to California, and then that whole experience is also just something, I mean, you have to understand now and look where I am, where my family is, our relationship with the Manchins. My brother Michael, that painting is, since I believe since 2017, has been in the private office of U.S. Senator Joe Manchin for his personal viewing pleasure. It's a state treasure. It should be unlocking doors, and I do believe aviators would have a very significant role in Washington, D.C. right now. I want to end this video by just saying, you know, I've been home every night alone and sober, and just having that grounding and having those rock solid values and just having that enforcement of what's right never changes, and knowing that. And it's, I can show you clips, I won't put it in this video, I might see it later, but right here in this spot right here is where my friend Marco, who I knew before I went homeless, and who had a home and then he lost his, and then was sleeping out here. Very unfortunate. We missed Kyra and pray and hope for the best for the Manchins, for Marco, for everyone. And I want to just leave you, you know, thinking about a Mariah Carey hero quote, and, you know, the issue of road safety, maybe a little more closer to home than religious freedom in Iran, but with it being the Christmas season, I think something that's definitely likely to touch everyone. And here we are, we got Christmas trees lit up. There's also someone's over here by the botanical gardens. It wasn't that long ago, it was just last Christmas season, or there's Denver skyline. It was about this time last year when I was surviving when a dead homeless baby was not. Those kind of things will rock you and change you forever. But I wanted to just say, you know, I've been home, and Uncle Mike, in that painting. I don't know for sure if Uncle Mike was homeless after that, but I believe that he was, and I believe that he was also homeless at other times. He is the second born in my family, maybe third born if you really follow all the have children and stuff, but the first born sons in both my mother and father's side were absolutely homeless. Eradicating homelessness is important to me. I believe it's important to Gayle Manchin, and I have found such a hero in her. I like to walk around here at night and just say, you know, I've been at home every night, but, you know, I'm an American male. This park is open 24/7. If I want to, I can come out here. It's because I can. You know, if I was a woman, I probably would not, and I actually can hear some people coming up. It's probably good for me to get on back, but, I just want to end this video by showing you this picture of the real Uncle Mike, and, you know, restoring that theme ethos on back on road safety, and something it's a little bit closer to home than maybe religious freedom in Iran. But this is the real Uncle Mike, really repairing or repainting, doing repairs to a monument or a train or caboose in Campbell, West Virginia, where Tomacos's 6,000 square foot home, Colburn's Manchin, was acquired after he painted a mural called Welch in the 1920s. A mural about the Great Depression in Little New York, or Welch, West Virginia, the poorest county seat in rural America. I know that the channel is more wild, more wonderful, and that whole little bit there, the highest ever cost to my mother, may be painful to watch, especially for her. Guess what? So is being homeless. And I had to survive so much. I had to tell that father, it is not okay. You don't have to say it's okay when your baby dies and you don't have a home. I have never stopped caring and praying for him. Anyone else affected by that situation? It is likely I might be in Washington, D.C. at some time. I believe I need to go. I believe I need to go speak with Nancy Pelosi, and I believe that if you've watched this video in its entirety, please like, comment, subscribe. Please share it with a friend. Please check out the other videos. Ask questions on the comment thread. You can tweet to me. Here's my Twitter account. Thank you so much, and God bless.